Welcome to episode 1 of the Power 5 Sports Show. We have merged 2 podcasts into one, and y'all buckle up. This is about to be a wild ride. We've taken the Plainsman podcast with myself, Mason, Brett, and Marcus, and we have joined forces with the guys from the C&B Sports Show, Cole and Braylon. What's up, guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get it.
What's up, man?
All right, we're just gonna dive right in. There's no lead up to this. We're just gonna jump right into college football. Starts this week. We finally have made it. Let's just go with our conference champs right off the jump. Who do y'all think wins the 4 power conferences? Marcus, we'll start with you.
You want to start in the SEC, or you want to say that for last?
We'll save that one for last.
All right.
So let's do ACC first. We'll do them in alphabetical order.
All right.
ACC.
I think Clemson's the favorite right now going into the season. I don't know that I believe in Cade Klubnik as much as everybody else, but I'm good with Clemson winning the ACC. I think Miami's probably got something to say about that, but my pick preseason will be Clemson.
Cole?
Yeah, I think I'm right there with him. Clemson's right there at the top. I agree with Miami being at the top, and that's really it for the I guess tier 1. I don't see SMU being up there. So also with I know a lot of people are high on Pitt, but I just don't think. I think Clemson with their schedule, especially if they come out, in the first game and send a message. I mean, I just don't see much standing in their way after that first week.
Yeah, there's really no competition. Like, this is the biggest gap. I think they're like minus 120 to win the conference. So, like,
That's huge.
yeah, nobody else. It's not a Clemson's going to be great thing. It's more of just like there's no other competition. Like, Cade Klubnik doesn't really have to be great to be better than Haynes King. Is he the second best quarterback in the conference?
I'd probably say Carson Beck. I'd say Carson Beck's probably better than Haynes King.
Maybe even Castellanos, too, at Florida State.
I wouldn't trust either one of them to throw me to dry land.
That's fair.
You know?
No love for Beck.
No.
I think he's good.
I think he's fine. I think he's made a mistake because now the spotlight's going to be on him at Miami where it wasn't at Georgia. All he had to do was drive the Lambo.
But also he's not going against SEC as we're talking about right now.
Well,
the
that's
ACC is
true.
a much.
He might look a lot better going against ACC defenses every week.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, he's definitely been in big games and big moments. I don't know that I'm not saying Beck's a top 5 quarterback in the country. I'm just in the ACC, though. He's probably up there. Any love? Nobody thinks North Carolina?
No.
Nobody's taking North Carolina serious.
I don't trust Jordan. I haven't seen enough of her coaching record yet.
Very inexperienced, to say the least.
Yeah, she's like 19 coaching. So
I will say about Miami though, Carson Beck can be good, but who's he throwing to?
Yeah.
They lost a bunch on the offensive side. They might have the dudes. Cristobal's a good recruiter, but that's yet to be seen.
Yeah, that's kind of why I said I think he made a mistake because he left a lot of talent at Georgia to go to not a lot of talent at Miami. And I'm not saying Miami's not talented, but it's definitely a step down. You're not playing with the same guys you were playing with at Georgia, so we'll see how he does. I'm curious to see. And right off the jump, they got Notre Dame, so we're gonna find out early.
Y'all think he went there for football or because of his
No,
girlfriend?
no.
and they broke up like 5 days after he got there.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
Paycheck was nice though.
And life in Miami.
And scenery, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why they broke up.
Very true.
Life in Miami.
Very true. All right, Brett, who you got?
I got Clemson too.
Yeah, I do too. So,
I honestly forgot SMU was in the ACC, but
I
I
did
still
too
don't
until
think.
Cole said that.
Yeah, that's what reminded me.
and also you got Cal and Stanford. Don't forget about them. I'm sure.
They'll make
Stanford
some
and
noise.
ACC.
That's why you got to have your list up of the conference.
We were kind of joking like we'd forget who's in the conferences.
Yeah.
SMU feels like a Big 10 team.
Big 12.
Big 12 team.
12, yeah.
12 team.
Yeah. All right. We'll go to the Big Ten next. Marcus, who you got in the Big Ten?
I think every time I want to say Penn State preseason, I remember that James Franklin's the head coach, and it just pushes me to Ohio State. I know Oregon's also there, but I mean Ohio State just reloaded, and I mean as long as Sayan, or however you want to say his name, Sayon, however you say his name, Julian, he as long as he performs like everybody expects him to, I think Ohio State probably has the best shot of winning the Big Ten. So that's who I would put money on.
Yeah, I mean Penn State on paper probably has the best roster. Like Drew Aller coming back, all they were missing last year from being in the championship game was one wide receiver.
Yep.
And they went and got 3 or 4 guys, but still, it's just James Franklin. What's going to happen when Ohio State and Penn State play? I feel like it's
Ohio State.
every time.
Yeah, every time.
Always.
See, I'm going to go a little bit different route here.
I like it.
I think Oregon is probably going to be on top for them. I mean, just looking at their schedule, they can sleepwalk. I don't even know what week it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in. They go to Penn State. I think that's a whiteout game. It's a 6:30 p.m. kick on NBC. I mean, it's other than that, they go the next week. They get Indiana at home, and then other than that, USC at the end of the year, and then they've always had struggles with Washington, and it's at Washington. But other than that, I mean, I really don't see a lot of trouble there for them. So like, you know, even if you drop one to Penn State, one loss, you're probably in the conference championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And yeah, you don't have to play Michigan or Ohio State. I mean, I just see, and they've done a lot of good recruiting. They have a strong team. Dan Lanning's a good coach. They kind of throw like a different like defensive mindset into that conference. So that's where I'm at, is with Oregon.
Okay. Brett.
I like the Oregon pick, but I had Penn State. I think it either comes down to Penn State or Ohio State, but it all depends on. I think they'll be in the championship game, but whoever wins the regular season probably won't win the championship game. It's just
Usually the way it goes.
yeah. So I think it'll be between those two.
I also have
Honestly,
Ohio State.
I-
so.
You say Ohio
Yeah.
State. Honestly, when you think about it, if you're those 3 teams, Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, you're very okay with being the third team out because
Yeah.
you get in the playoffs, you know,
With one
more than
loss.
likely with 1 loss or 2 losses, and you don't have to play in that Big Ten championship game. You're getting, you know, rest and getting ready for the playoffs. So even if you are that third team that doesn't make the Big Ten, who cares really?
Yeah, and you get the home game. I mean, a lot like Ohio State last year.
Mm-hmm.
You get the home game. You don't get that week of rest. But I mean, I don't think
Not one team that
Yeah.
rested one.
right.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, you keep playing, and you do get a break from the conference championship. So I mean, I think, you know, for those top tier of teams, it's like you don't really hate being the third team out.
Right.
Yep. I mean, it's why we should eventually get away from conference championship titles anyways. But that's a conversation for another day.
I'll throw something out there too. Is Nebraska? One thing in the Big Ten is you've got your big 3 up top. Anybody that plays all 3 of them, you probably got 3 losses. Anybody that, if you can avoid playing them, Nebraska has Michigan at home, and then plays at Penn State. That's their only 2 teams on their schedule that are currently ranked.
Wow.
So imagine, like, let's say they beat Michigan, which I think is a chance. Michigan's favored by 3 right now. Like, they're 11-1.
Yeah,
They're in the
that's a good point.
conference championship game.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to win it, but they're there.
Yeah. Or at least in the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's a lot like where Indiana was last year. You know, they go undefeated, but they get there and get curb stomped.
Well, that's just what I was about to say is, you know, nobody's showing love to Indiana, but, you know, do they bounce back and have another really good year? I mean, if that's the case, you have 5 teams right there in the Big Ten that are pretty legitimate, you know.
And nobody's even mentioned Illinois, who's preseason ranked number 12. I mean, I don't know who believes in Brett Bielema. It's not me, but
I do.
I mean, somebody does because they've got him ranked in the top 15.
You ever seen his wife?
I haven't.
Good recruiter.
He's a very good recruiter.
Very good. Top tier.
Well, he's a good-looking guy.
You think?
No. Not even a little bit.
He's a
About to say.
mean-looking guy.
To each their own. I mean, everybody's got their own
Dude,
flavors, I guess.
him and Shane Beamer going at it in the Pinstripe Bowl last year was
That was freaking awesome.
Bonkers.
He was just bullying Shane Beamer. Just laughing in his face from across the sideline.
That is crazy. That's like movie stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane Beamer literally looked like a dog, like with rabies over there. Like he was foaming out of the mouth, and Bielema was just laughing at him.
That's crazy.
So nobody believes in Coach Sig?
I don't.
I don't.
Did you Google him?
Google him.
I think that everything kind of worked out for them last year, and it working out for you 2 years in a row like that, I don't know that it's gonna happen.
I think Nebraska's going to be this year's Indiana, where,
could be.
like Braylon said, I mean, Indiana had a very favorable schedule last year. They did beat one team, I think. Maybe it was Penn State. Maybe I can't
I
remember.
think it was Michigan, and Michigan was terrible.
And Michigan ended up not being good. So
But yeah, that was their like head turning game or whatever.
I think that was pretty early on, before
Yeah, it
we
was.
knew how bad Michigan was.
correct.
Yeah, for sure.
So where y'all at on Rayola? Because he's such a turd.
We call him Mini Mahomes.
Mini Mahomes, dude.
Mini Mahomes.
He said he can't help.
He can't help it. I mean,
That he
those
dresses
pit
just
vipers
like
just
him.
jump on his head.
Yeah, he
I
just
guess.
goes and asks the barber for the Patrick Mahomes. He can't help it.
You don't get to do what he does and then cry about being called Mahomes.
Yeah.
You do everything from signature
Pre-game ritual,
celebrations.
everything.
You look like him on purpose. You're number 15. You
It's
do
okay to
all
say it.
right.
Even
it
the
is.
Adidas, like he went to an Adidas school,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
That's deep. He's like a Swifty, but for Mahomes. He's changed his whole life for him.
And man, he got really offended when somebody called him that.
At least he's kind of good, though. I mean, it'd be worse if he was terrible.
Yeah, but he's
You
not.
can tell if you're kidding.
Yeah, he's not. I wouldn't say he's good. He's not
kinda-
horrible.
He's kind of good.
Yeah, but he's dressing like Patrick Mahomes.
He better prove it this year though, because it's not just us who are expecting Nebraska to be good this year.
Yeah.
And if he goes out there and just constantly lays eggs and turns the ball over, then it's going to be like, okay, we don't, this kid's a joke.
Yeah.
They did say they were going to make people in wheelchairs stand up. So
Wow.
They did say
that's
that.
the expectation.
That was one of the cornerbacks.
Who said that?
One of the cornerbacks from Nebraska.
Wasn't even an offensive player. Hey,
You-
shout out.
Hey, you cannot coach that kind of confidence.
Facing the Giants? Don't touch me. I'm standing for my son.
So
That's crazy.
Oh me.
Which I don't really think Nebraska's going to be good.
Yeah.
But I just think they're going to have that Indiana spot. Every year, somebody in the Big Ten,
Is
if you're
gonna dodge 'em.
competent
Yeah.
and just don't slip up throughout the year, you're going to have a chance to get in the playoffs.
Yep. 100%. All right. Let's go to the Big 12.
This is the fun one.
This is the fun
Yeah,
one
it's
because
wide
it's
open.
really wide open.
Last year, Arizona State wins it. They were predicted to be last.
Yep.
It's like there's no other conferences. Every other conference has their couple at the top. Big 12 is pretty much even all the way down to the bottom.
Yep.
I think I'll go last because I may have a different pick than everybody else.
All right. Cole, you want to start it?
This one's pretty tough. I mean, it's literally wide open. I mean, you could name 5 teams, and nobody really would call you an idiot or anything. I mean, Iowa State's obviously off to an early lead here before the season even starts. But I mean, if I had to pick, I would probably pick Arizona State, I guess. I mean, that's who everybody else is picking, so it's kind of a bot pick. But Texas Tech added a bunch through the portal. They've invested in their NIL, but they lost their top running back, I believe. And I'm not really sure what their schedule looks like, to be honest. But I know Arizona State, in non-con, they go to Mississippi State, which they should be fine. What's their quarterback's name? Levitt?
Yeah.
He's pretty good. They lost my boy, Cam Scattaboo.
you look alike.
My cousin, twin. But yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd probably just have to run the ball and go Arizona State. I think Dillingham's a great coach. They play for him. And he's kind of created a cool environment there at Arizona State. So, I mean, I think that they ride the wave. I don't think that they go down a ton. But it's still just so wide open because, one or two slip ups, you sleepwalk into an away game or something like that. And, it's barbecue chicken from there because once you lose just a couple, you're probably out of it.
Yeah.
Braylon?
I'm going with Utah. I looked at the odds on it a little bit, and they're all kind of close. I think Arizona State, Texas Tech are the favorites, which Texas Tech, I don't know if y'all keep up with college softball, but they literally just bought a championship.
Yeah.
The oil money that's there is insane. There's really nobody else in the Big 12 that can compete with their money. So if they can just pay the right people, they're gonna win it. But Utah is just who I trust the most out of it. I saw a couple months ago they were like plus 1,800 to win it. Now they're plus 600. So there's something going on where a lot of people I think are kind of getting on board. They've got one of the best offensive lines in the country, which is huge. And then I just trust. I don't want to go play at Utah.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the biggest home field advantage, and I just think water's going to eventually find its level. Like they've dealt with Cam Rising for 11 years now, to where they haven't been able to win while he was there. Now he finally leaves us, kind of open up the door. Plus they got a pretty good quarterback in the transfer portal from New Mexico State, so his odds are like 150 to 1, and now it's down to like 40 to 1 to win the Heisman. So a lot of people are pretty high on Utah.
I went with Utah also, mainly because they got to move on from Cam Rising. I think for whatever reason, it just seems like they're stuck when they were with him. I mean, he played half the time he was hurt, whatever. It was Marcus's favorite person.
Couldn't stand him.
But yeah, I went with Utah. Their schedule's pretty favorable. They have Arizona State, and Texas Tech, and Kansas State. Those are their 3 toughest games as of right now. I mean, I guess if you consider Baylor too, but we'll see how Baylor pans out. Nobody really knows. So yeah, Utah.
So mine was Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech is just kind of just going to grab it. You know, like the Big 12 is, like we talked about, it's just up for grabs. Anybody can take it, and I feel like Texas Tech may have bought their way into it. So that was my pick.
Yeah, I saw they basically revamped their entire defensive line.
Yeah.
Just went and handpicked who they wanted out of the portal.
Yep.
So
Blank checks.
yeah.
Welcome to college football.
Yep.
No, I think I'm high on Texas Tech going into to win the Big 12. It may not work out. I mean, you look at more important factors into a football team, and it's chemistry and, not staying together even if you do lose one that you're not supposed to. I mean, you lose the locker room, it's a wrap. And then, a team like Utah who probably is going to be more structured to stay together, Utah's just built way different than Texas Tech. And, Texas Tech would almost have to, if Texas Tech was to have a really successful season, make the playoffs, it could change college football going forward.
That's true.
Because you're opening doors to other teams that are not as good, are not the top one, tiers to buying a team, basically. LA Dodgers, basically. So
What would be crazy about that, though, is like Texas Tech is in the same state with Texas and Texas A&M. If they were to come in and just run over those 2 teams, it would shock everybody.
Yep, it would.
For sure. I got a question for y'all about the Big 12. I mean, what about BYU? Like last year, they went 11-2.
Yep.
I guess they lost their quarterback, right? That was
think he's
the
still
projected starter.
BYU?
Yeah.
Isn't he still there?
Is he still there? Is he still the guy?
I think so.
So I just checked their schedule because BYU was a team that nobody had mentioned, and I was kind of thinking about throwing them out there. And their schedule is very, very favorable to go 10 or 11 more wins. BYU is definitely a team to watch. I was about to say, when Marcus made his pick, that that could be a sleeper in the Big 12 that none of the 5 of us mentioned. So good call out, Cole.
Hang on, isn't BYU's quarterback the one who left because of some kind of scandal?
Yeah.
Like
he went
something to do with the
Tulane.
Mormon.
I think he got caught kissing a girl or something.
Yeah,
So now they
yeah.
have
Can't do
Bear
that.
Bachmeier,
Freshman.
freshman quarterback. Bear Bachmeier. That's a
At Tulane?
No,
Or
No, at BYU.
Oh, so they
The
I
guy
got
from
you.
BYU went to Tulane.
Bear
I got you.
Bachmeier?
yeah.
Bear?
Bear.
In Utah?
BEAR. You can't be. Come on, Cole.
I know, it kind of sounds like my guy.
Come on, Cole.
Brigham Young.
Yep.
So Marcus, who was your pick?
Texas Tech.
Oh, it was
Thanks a lot.
Texas Tech. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
thanks for
bud.
nothing. It's okay.
Sorry.
You know what you were doing.
I did not know what I was
Dirty,
doing.
rotten scoundrel.
The Big 12 though, there's like last year Arizona State had like 7 games that were decided by 1 score.
Including the playoffs. I mean, they were very close. They were targeting call away from potentially being in a championship game.
Yeah, which
So,
is insane.
Yeah,
And they barely beat Mississippi State, who won 2 games.
I know.
So like they could have went 4-8 and they could have played in the championship.
Yeah.
All in the same year.
They did lose a dog, though, didn't they?
They
Cole?
did.
They did lose a dog.
I do like Dillingham a lot.
Me
I
too.
do
Yeah.
too. All right, now it's time for the big one.
SEC.
The SEC.
Group of 5. For the big
Marcus,
one.
how dare you skip the American Conference?
Right.
Yeah, come on, dude.
It's the Power 5. You thought we was going to talk about the 4 conferences? Come on.
I think the SEC's interesting because we have a bunch of unknowns. A bunch of people high on LSU. I don't know that I am. If Florida is anywhere close to the top of the SEC at the end of the year, they need to build a statue outside for Napier
That
because
would be the best team of all time.
Yeah, I mean, their schedule is just filthy, yet again. But I would have to. I mean, I think Texas. I just think I'm high on Archie, or Arch. I'm sorry, whatever. I'm very high on Arch. I think Texas wins the SEC this year.
It's a good pick.
I think I've got a hot take about Arch.
Okay.
Oh.
I think the Manning family name is heavily carried by Peyton.
That's fair.
Archie, not any good.
Really?
People act like he was.
In the college, though. He's good in college.
I'm like 99% sure he had more interceptions than touchdowns.
We're talking about Grandpa.
Yeah, oh yeah, Grandpa. So Arch has got a little bit of that Manning like goober to him.
Yeah.
You know, he's
No,
got a
he
very
definitely does.
He's got a very dumb face sometimes when
He
he's out
does.
there.
But when he gets on the field, it's like, oh, who is this kid? Like when he played last year, when
Yours,
Ellinger?
I was right. Ellinger?
Yeah.
No.
yours.
Ewers. Ellinger was like 2010s.
That's crazy.
Ewers, anyway. He was like, I don't know, man. He's got this athletic ability to him that none of the other Mannings had.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think he's got a good head on his shoulders. I think he runs the offense well, and he's not afraid to put his head down. I mean, I think he's very talented. Now, whether or not he performs in big games like his first one, I don't know. But
And I think he also had 2 uncles who both were very successful in the NFL who told him everything he needed to do his whole life.
he
So if
also-
anybody has a chance to be good in the Manning family, it's probably this kid.
Well, that's fair. And he
But-
also has Sark as his head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, an offensive
Yeah.
genius.
Takes a lot of pressure off.
Absolutely, it does. He has weapons around him because Texas is no slouch in the NIL either. So that's why I think Arch is kind of set up for success, and we'll see. But I'm high on Texas to win the conference.
Braylon, incredible call out on Archie Manning. 40 interceptions, 31 touchdowns.
In college,
And
In
we
college.
put him in with Peyton Manning.
Oh,
The same
boy.
conversation. We're like, this family
I
of
didn't.
Mannings.
I did not. By the
But
way.
it's just
No
like
wonder the Saints drafted him. Jeez.
I know.
there you go.
But I do think it'd be scary if Arch works out. Sark with a good quarterback
Mobile.
is going to be insane.
Yep.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate of, hey, he sat behind Quinn Ewers, who didn't get drafted until the 7th round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If he's supposed to be like the number 1 pick in the draft, he would have played last year. If he's that good, they win a national championship last year.
see, I disagree with that. I think everybody, including Arch, was cool with Ewers just being the guy last year. And even when Ewers got hurt and came back, I don't even know that Sark thought, okay, Ewers is better than Arch right now. I just think that, I don't know. I just think everybody thought, okay, Arch is the guy next year. It's next year, his time. So, I don't know.
I think
And
it's,
I don't think you can afford to think like that when you have so much money being poured into your,
I mean, I get it.
your your team.
Yeah.
You may not make it back. Like injuries, they were that close. One big injury this year, and it could derail everything.
That's
like
fair.
if you're there, I think if he ends up being the number 1 pick in the draft and is as good as everyone thinks, I think that was a big fumble on Sark's part of just sticking with his guns with Ewers. He should have played Arch, tried to win the title.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Ewers had more experience last year and, all the other things than just the talent aspect of it.
Yeah.
But
well, it's very telling though that he still found ways to get Arch in the game, even with Quinn. Like that tells you he thinks highly enough of him
yeah.
to still find a way to get him on the field, even if it's just a run package here or there. The kid can still throw, so you can't just sell out to stop him running. So
Which who was it that destroyed him? Remember,
I think it was Georgia in the SEC
was it?
game.
I think it was Georgia. He came in for a couple plays and
Yeah.
just got
Wrecked.
hammered, and then was.
Like back-to-back plays.
Yeah, that's
he
when I
didn't want to play
noticed.
no
You were
more.
expecting.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that he is a Manning. Like, look at that face over there on the sidelines. So yeah, that is definitely Eli's nephew.
All right, Cole. Who's your SEC pick?
It's pretty tough. I mean, there's like two tiers, and I think any tier of like the 8 could have a shot at it, just depending on injuries and like your schedule, because no team is super deep anymore like it used to be. I think in that top tier, it's probably, I've heard a lot of people say it, but I mean, I agree with it strongly. It's like Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. I think LSU, I mean, their schedule is okay. They go to Alabama, I know. They go to Oklahoma at the end of the year. They do play Florida at home, but I don't think they have enough gas in the tank. I don't believe enough in Nussmeier either. So, I mean, that kind of X's them out. And then you're left with Georgia, Texas, and Alabama. Alabama's got too many unknowns for me, even though I'm a huge fan, where I can confidently pick them as the SEC championship. Their schedule is pretty tough. Their road games are tough, which is what we struggled with last year. And until I can say confidently like that they're going to win the conference, like they have to win on the road. That's not LSU. So, from there you got Texas and Georgia, and I trust Kirby more as a coach than I trust Sark. Gunnar Stockton's kind of a wild card. You don't know what he's going to be, but I trust like the engine around them more. And it hurts me to say that because I hate Georgia, but Georgia's going to be my pick. Their schedule is fairly favorable. They're at Tennessee pretty early in the year. They have Alabama at home. They go to Auburn. That is always a tough one with the rivalry game. Ole Miss at home, Florida at neutral site, Texas at home, and that's why I'm like, that's the most favorable schedule out of those ones. Only because like the big difference with Texas is they go to Georgia late in the year, and if they've already lost a game, that they're cooked. I mean that's going to be a really tough place to play in November. So that's why I picked Georgia. I just trust their staff more than I trust Sark's staff.
That's fair.
I think looking at the room that's here, I think there's a 3-headed monster, and I knew there was one team that wouldn't get picked. So I'm taking Alabama. I think the question marks are there for all 3 teams. I really don't put LSU in that.
I don't either.
I think LSU is just barely a step down between them.
Yep.
And I just feel like this is the way it goes. I don't think Alabama's national championship good, but I just think if they're in the SEC championship game, they have a good chance at winning it. Like I would say Texas and Georgia both have better chances at winning the title, but I think Alabama has the best chance to win the SEC, if that makes any sense.
No, it does, because like Cole mentioned, that Texas-Georgia game late in the year is probably going to knock one of them out of the conference championship.
Yep.
Because you look at it, let's just pretend for a minute in my fantasy world that Georgia drops one early to either Tennessee or Auburn. Okay, then the rest of the year you're playing with one loss already. And then Texas comes in, and if they do beat you, then you've got 2 losses, and it could be Bama, Texas, just like that. So, you can't afford to lose more than one conference game and still expect to be in the SEC championship. So these matchups, the Bama Georgia game could be a SEC championship elimination game. And I know that it's early in the year, but that's just the truth.
I went with Texas. I was down to Texas and Georgia like Cole was, and Cole might have actually talked me into Georgia a little bit there. He went a lot deeper than I did, so I just went Texas. I mean, no reason other than what Marcus has already said, so we'll just leave it at that.
I may have the hottest take of the podcast so far.
What?
I think a 3 or 4 loss season is coming for Georgia.
For Georgia?
This
for
year?
Georgia this year. I do. I think
That would be wild.
Cole just went over their schedule, and when you look at Texas, Florida, Ole Miss, Auburn, Alabama, and Tennessee, I think there's 3 or 4 losses there.
Potentially.
Gunnar Stockton, don't believe in him at all. I just cannot get on board with Gunnar Stockton as the quarterback.
He's got so much dog in him.
Dude, he was almost our quarterback.
But
Like his recruitment came down. Didn't he end up going to South Carolina and then transferred to Georgia? Did that happen? Or am I thinking of
I don't
someone
remember.
else?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't remember.
honestly.
I don't
But anyway, I remember Auburn going after him really hard. And I just try to like play devil's advocate. If Gunnar Stockton was our quarterback, would we be high on him?
No,
You don't think so?
not after what I seen last year. I just think he does have a dog in him. Cole's right about that. That doesn't mean he has the other tangibles to be a good quarterback in the SEC. I just think he lacks in a lot of areas that I don't know. I just think that things could get shaky, and Gunnar Stockton is not the dude I would want
To hold it together.
to be my QB1 in some of these games. Tennessee and Alabama back to back is nasty work.
Where are those at?
Week 3 and 4, unless there's a bye.
No,
week.
but I mean, where do they
There's,
play?
there's a bye.
Oh, there's a bye in between Tennessee and Bama.
Mm-hmm.
It's at Tennessee week 3, and then Bama. They host Bama, right?
Which
Yep.
they haven't lost at Georgia in like
That's
8
no-
years.
I
But-
think since the last time Bama went there
Yeah.
was their last loss at Georgia.
But that's another thing is Kirby can't get this Bama dog off of him. He can't beat Bama for some reason. Not like I don't know what it is. If he's pulling a Lane Kiffin and just can't, if he's overhyping it or something. But I don't know. It could be the year we see Georgia actually look human.
So they go Tennessee, bye week, Bama, Auburn. Is that correct?
Kentucky's
Kentucky,
in between
Auburn.
Alabama and Auburn.
Okay.
That's
but
4
then
really
they
hard
go-
games.
But then they go Ole Miss, Florida, Auburn. I'm sorry, hang on. Then they go Auburn, Ole Miss, Florida, Mississippi State, Texas. I'm just saying. I mean this is a tougher schedule for Georgia than they usually have.
And they are used to, for sure.
So yeah, we'll see.
My only thing with Gunnar Stockton, and it'll be a huge tell with Carson Beck and like seeing how he moves through the Miami offense.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike Bobo does a great job with most of the time keeping you like in safe play calls where like you're throwing screens or quick passes. Like he's not trying to go for the long bomb all the time. He does it strategically. And so that's my only thing. Like if he knows Gunnar Stockton's not the most talented guy in the world, I think he's going to try to build around him like what he does do well, which is like RPOs, even like tucking and running some because he is a tough guy. That's my only thing in some of these big games where you need those yards. I think that they will be able to kind of scheme around it more than like your traditional like let's go make a play here kind of deal, if that makes sense. I mean, just it all depends on like game situation, but with their defense, I mean, they're going to be out of trouble more times than not. I feel like the pressure's on the other team because they're playing Georgia.
No, that's true. Those are good points, and he's right about that. And the defense is nasty. It always will be. Those points are fair. I just in close games, that's what it's going to come down to. And Georgia is not used to seeing some of these teams on the schedule. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
If Florida turns out to be the real deal, if Ole Miss, don't, if they continue to do what they've done the last few years, so it's going to be a fun season. I know that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the Gunnar Stockton stuff too. Like he's definitely not an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not a guy that's going to go win the game for you. But like Cole said, we watched Alabama do it for 6 years where they never had an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's just a guy that just, I mean, the only thing,
Game manager.
yeah, just a game manager, and just hopefully the speed limit signs don't take everything from Georgia. That would be their
fair.
biggest.
That's their
downfall.
biggest rival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
Jesus.
GPD. So my pick is Texas, but I have a team that no one has mentioned that I think everyone needs to look out for, and it's Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma is a very underrated team this year. They added a lot in the portal. They went and got Mateer from Washington State at quarterback. They got Jaden Ott from Cal. They got Mateer for quarterback and Ott at running back. So they kind of reloaded. I know they didn't have a great year last year. They did come to Auburn and win, which, again, I know that's not a lot, but when that's your first time coming here, in a conference game, they also knocked off a couple other good teams last year. But I'm not saying Oklahoma is going to win the conference, but I would say just to be different, that's a team to definitely look out for. And I mean, I didn't look at their schedule because, like I said, Texas was my pick. But all these teams can't play the same schedule. I mean, we just ran through Georgia's, and that's a gauntlet. So somebody probably isn't getting that, and it could be Oklahoma.
I wanted to have the same kind of take about South Carolina, and because I like Lenore Sellers a lot, but I looked at their schedule. Oh my God!
Yeah, and they get Clemson in there.
Yeah, and they get
Outside
Clemson.
of their SEC schedule.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty close to Florida tough. Obviously not, but
I mean, South Carolina went 9-3 last year.
I know.
Their expectations are high.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in a long time, I think
Spurrier.
they're expected to bounce back and have another really good season. But if you go 8-4 with that schedule, I think you have to be like, okay, that's all right. Let's stick to what we're doing.
It also wouldn't surprise me if they go out and drop one to Virginia Tech week 1.
Yeah,
That's what I was literally.
Beamer Bowl.
Nowhere.
I was telling Braylon that on the way over here because that line is so weird. I think it's 8. I don't know if it's moved. Last time I looked, it was 8, and it's neutral site. I mean, I think it's in Atlanta, but it's one of those things like Virginia Tech has a lot of unknowns. I don't know a ton about them, but I know they got a lot of new pieces, and that they're supposed to be pretty tough. I guess like middle of the pack ACC. But if you haven't seen that, and then you have a lot of unknowns with South Carolina, if they get off to a slow start, it's like, you're all this energy's up here, and then you come in at halftime and it's tied or you're behind. That just flips right here. Unless they have a solid locker room, then maybe not. But I think that if it could kind of push you back in your chair a little bit to where it's you're kind of like, whoa, what just happened? Like last year we were really good and we had a lot of faith in our team, and then now it's like we only have Lenore Sellers and Dylan Stewart. But I'm with you though. South Carolina is a dangerous team, like definitely one you can't sleep on. And Oklahoma is a really good pick because I was just looking at their schedule.
I just did too. It's all November heavy.
And it's
They could
very,
be 6-1 going into November.
very November heavy. And what is Venables best known for?
Defense.
Defense against young, unproven quarterbacks. And almost everybody on their schedule has a brand new quarterback besides Lenore Sellers. It's like Michigan's got a new quarterback, Auburn new quarterback, Texas new quarterback, Ole Miss new quarterback, Tennessee new quarterback, Alabama, Missouri, and then LSU at the end of the year has Nussmeier.
Yeah.
And so a lot of those games at the end of the year are away, but that still doesn't mean Venables is going to have you in a, like just lockdown with those young quarterbacks throwing a lot of eye candy out there with the defense and confusing them. So, I mean, if that's another way. Like if they're strongly improved and Mateer is the guy who we kind of expect, especially if he's like a Heisman contender like halfway through the year, I mean, I'd watch out.
Yep.
I just don't really trust Venables.
I don't either.
I think he would. I think he's the best coordinator in the country. I don't know if he's cut out for it. I saw him talking about. He was kind of complaining about. He said when he took over, he had to kind of rebuild things. When it was like the guy before you was winning 10 games a pop
Every year.
every year,
Yeah.
and Venables was talking about the team having a 2.2 GPA when he got there. I'm like, dude, I don't care.
Yeah. That's not what this is about. This is about winning football games.
You win 10 games to get in the playoffs. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I don't care if my quarterback's going to be a doctor. I just really don't.
We're not here to play school.
No.
He definitely got that from Dabo, 100%.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's a good point, Braylon. I mean, he didn't do anything last year to prove me otherwise.
Yeah.
I think they've rebuilt the roster well. The schedule sets up well. I'm just saying look out for them. That's all. Again, I don't have enough confidence in them to pick them, but I would want all my tough games at the end of the year just like their schedule set up.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning. Like you said, if you go look at the transfer portal, they got the number one quarterback and running back.
Mm-hmm.
So if those two guys gel together, that may just be unstoppable.
Yep. 100%.
Well, here's my thing before we move on from the SEC. This is a different dynamic and something that we haven't had in the past on the podcast, and that is asking someone who actually knows a lot more because they keep up with it. What are you looking for, Cole, in week 1 in Tallahassee to feel confident about the season for the Tide?
Well, that's a good question. There's a lot of variables outside of the game that kind of drive me nuts. Like it's supposed to rain. It is on the road. But,
Braylon don't like the weather excuse.
Well, that just
That dadgum Mother Nature.
it just changes things. Like you want to see Ty Simpson take the ball, read the field, get the ball where it's supposed to go. That would make me feel a lot better. But it adds another level of challenge in the rain to do that, and we showed that against or Milrose.
Michigan.
Milrose showed it against Michigan.
That's fair.
That is a tough thing to do,
Yeah.
almost impossible from what after watching that game, but not for Michigan, of course. But whatever.
The rain quit when they got the ball.
Yeah, but
I mean, Milrose fumbled the snap in the Seahawks game like 3 times the other night.
yeah, and, it kind of makes
Still
you
ain't
feel,
got it down yet.
makes you feel bad for Seth McLaughlin because he got a lot of hate, a couple
he
years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't the best snapper in the world, but he went and won a national championship.
Yeah,
so,
I think he's all right.
yeah, I think he was just fine. But I think handling the quarterback run and not turning the ball over are the 2 key things that I want to see in the first week with the Alabama Florida State game.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to like bring this up, but it's a good point you make about in the rain, you're more likely to run the ball more. Well, you're missing your starting running back as well.
Yep.
And I also saw that y'all lost a defensive lineman today or earlier this week
Yeah.
with a tightrope surgery. So
Well,
Don't have
I
whole
will-
milk down there.
I will say this about Grubb and even Kalen DeBoer. I believe that they do a very good job of getting the ball in Ryan Williams' hands, even if it's a jet sweep or some type of. It doesn't have to be a throw, a pass to get the ball to number 2. I think they do a good job of moving him around and getting him the ball and just letting the kid make plays. So, I mean, as far as you may have lost Jam Miller, but I think that offensively speaking, I think y'all be all right.
I think so too. I think thankfully our running back room this year's fairly deep. We have 4 guys, I think is what they said with Jam, that we're competing for like that number 2 spot, or I guess 3 guys competing for that number 2 spot. So I think we'll be okay there. The only thing that I'm worried about is the experience from that running back spot, but like tight end, O-line, receivers were fine. So as long as Ty Simpson can do a good job, the guys up front do a good job, I think everything will take care of its place. Because I think Ryan Grubb's about to be, if he gets a rhythm, he'll be in his bag. It just depends, can you get in the rhythm? And that's like the uncertainty of a new year, new coordinator, new quarterback. It's it's hard to be high on them. You have to be like cautiously optimistic until they go out there and prove it.
It's a good year for them to be have a lot of question marks. So I feel like everyone has them.
Yeah.
Like
fair.
there's if you look across even the whole country, like Ohio State freshman or new quarterback,
new quarterback, yeah.
and I mean Penn State's really the only one that's you can look around Clemson and say we have a competent quarterback.
Yeah.
Those might be the only 2 spots in the country right now.
I believe you're right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean LSU thinks they have it, but I don't think I'm like Cole. I'm not high on Nussmeier.
The only
Me
thing
either.
is this has the same feel as the Joe Burrow thing. And I'm not comparing Nussmeier to Burrow. I'm just saying I feel the same way about Nussmeier as I did Burrow, and then Burrow in 2019 went on to lead the best offensive performance for a year that we've ever seen.
Yeah, but
But I don't-
Nussmeier's not throwing to Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson.
That's fair.
So.
I mean, you're right, but I'm just saying I don't believe in Nussmeier either. So
Well, I got a question for you guys. What do y'all want to see on Friday night in Waco, Texas? That would make y'all feel confident going on into a pretty tough first half of the schedule.
Points.
I think it's pretty simple. I think if Jackson Arnold takes care of the ball, he's accurate with the ball, and gets the ball to Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton Jr., we're going to be okay.
Yeah, I feel like our schedule or our seasons hinges on good quarterback play.
It does.
It's the one thing that we lacked so much last year.
And the year before, and the year before.
Since Bo
Been
Nix.
a long time, buddy.
It's been it's been a long time, man. So, yeah, that's
if we have competent QB play, I think we'll be all right.
don't have to be great.
I said
Good.
competent.
I know. I'm just double down. Like
Yeah.
it does. You do not have to be great. You just have to be good. You just have to protect the ball. And for Braylon, we have to have coaching the right way in very important
situations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Of the game, you have to make the right decision, and put
Right,
your
because-
guys in the right position.
Right, because a few times last year it came down to 1 or 2 plays per game,
Sure.
and it was either a terrible call on the coach or Peyton Thorne
Made a terrible
royally screwed it up.
Yeah. Or him doing what he wanted to do, and then us
Yeah.
being like, "Why is he doing what he wants to do?"
And
you
then
know
you
what I
see
mean?
Hugh shooing his
Yeah.
hell out.
So we want to not see that again. I think we've got the guy. I think Arnold's going to do what he's supposed to do. I don't think he's going to. I know what I'm doing. I can do this on my own. It doesn't give me that vibe.
It's just so scary because it's so unknown.
It is unknowing. Yeah.
But I do agree with y'all. I mean, I think points. I think play calling. Obviously, that's been a big hot topic.
Sure.
But I think that's big. But because the defense that you guys have is extremely solid. I know there's question marks in the secondary, but I think they're all coming back, right? Pretty much
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not worried
They're
about.
all
I'm
pretty
more
young.
worried about the linebackers.
Yeah.
But everything you hear, which of course you're hearing it from the Auburn camp, but everything you hear is great about guys like Elijah Melendez, freshman that's come on. I mean, he's going to play from what everybody's saying. You got DeMarcus Riddick coming back, so I trust DJ Durkin so much that I don't worry about the defense.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that.
agreed.
That's where I'm at with Auburn. Is DJ, you just take care of the defense, and let's just please look like we know what we're doing on offense.
Yeah, it's definitely a good sign. Not to dig at anything, but if allegedly he was telling the defense to chill out,
Yeah,
at the beginning of camp, I feel like that's a good sign for
Yeah.
the defense because they're like a boa constrictor almost.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like, hey guys, we're trying to work stuff, in our one-on-ones or best on best. So it's like, let's let them get a couple, whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I like y'all's personnel on defense. I agree. DJ is definitely a great coach. So yeah, I mean, or whatever coordinator. But
He killed a kid as a coach.
I mean,
I just wanted, we like him as a coordinator.
yeah. Don't give him the
he's
head
turned over a
spot.
new leaf.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. I'm actually pretty excited to see that game. Just as a football fan, I think it'll be really cool in Waco, which gets nuts. But it's kind of like two coaches that are fighting for their jobs, and if either one loses, it kind of sets a bad vibe for the whole season. So I think it's huge for both programs.
Yep.
It is.
And to that point, one's offensive, one's defensive. I love when two
Yeah.
Meetings of the minds
Yes.
out there.
It's like
Yes.
it's like Gus versus Nick.
Exactly.
It's always like
on a much slower scale.
oh well, yeah,
Gus who?
for sure.
That's Florida State coordinator Gus Malzahn.
Right.
Okay.
But offensive whiz versus defensive guy. I don't know. It's always exciting.
Yeah,
I heard Josh Pate say that if you could guarantee good quarterback play and good coaching for Auburn, they'd be penciled in at 10-2.
I agree with
I
that.
would agree with that.
I
Got
agree.
the roster for it.
I agree with that.
Your schedule is so front heavy too. Like we talked about with Oklahoma, theirs is all in November. Auburn's is all in September. You've got 3 road games of the first 5 that are gonna really, I'm not gonna say make or break your season, because I told somebody this the other day. I think you can lose 3 of those first 5 and still be in the conversation for the playoffs. You may not make it, but you're gonna be where South Carolina and Ole Miss was last year.
Yeah.
If you lose 3 of those first 5 and win out, they're talking about you. So I think I would rather have Oklahoma's schedule where it's, back end loaded, because you know who you are by then. We're going in this Baylor game kind of blind Friday night. We don't know what we've got, and that is a little concerning to me, but I do like these week 1 games where it's a measuring stick. It's not a blowout. And I think we've got a lot of really good games week 1 this year. So I do respect the teams that want to start with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, because other teams, you don't really know what you have
Exactly.
for weeks. Like Penn State's not going to really know who they are for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michigan was like that too a couple years when they won the Natty. Nobody really still knew what they had, even up to the Ohio State game.
Yeah.
He didn't know they were,
Still
but-
signs.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you looking for, Braylon?
I mean, I want to see competence on the offensive side. Even if we just see a little, I would be okay if we lost 6 games if Cam Coleman and Singleton get 30 like targets a game. Like those are your two guys.
If we lose 6 games, I'm done.
I could see you still being on that Hugh train if we go 6-6.
No, I'm not talking about
Be
the
like,
like,
"Look,
train, buddy.
let's
I will
get-"
disappear for good.
I just think those are, like you talked about, Alabama does a good job about getting the ball to Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
You have two guys right now, arguably one of the best wide receiver rooms in the country.
Yeah, because
You
it's
just gotta
way
get
deeper
the
than
ball.
just those two.
Yeah.
But the other thing with that though is, if you ask me, I couldn't not say the wide receiver is the best unit, but the second best unit by far is the O line, and that's something else we haven't had in a long time.
Yeah.
Is our O line is actually supposed to be very good this year.
Yeah.
We should be able to move the ball with running the ball this year. Like, to your point, yes, I want to see Cam Coleman and Singleton get it, but also I want to see us move some dudes in the trenches and actually be able to run the ball at will and then open up the passing game. Lights out.
Yeah.
I wanted to lower my what are we doings this year.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I've had a lot of what are we doing.
No, I totally get that. I get
Yeah.
that. All right,
Brett.
fellas, I feel like we're on the same page.
Brett, where you at?
I've already said mine.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
missed
about
I'm
40.
sorry.
I do have a weird feeling about Baylor. I feel like
Like a good weird?
a good weird.
Okay.
Um,
I didn't like the way you worded that.
Next week is going to be crazy if we look that good against Baylor in 48 hours.
yeah,
That's wild, by the way.
that is wild. That just tickled me a little
I
bit.
mean, next week, Cole, buckle up, buddy.
Hey, I'm ready. I already know. I've been trying to tell y'all since I don't even know when. Probably February.
I was telling the guys earlier, this is, I mean, I haven't been this excited for an Auburn football team in a very long time. Probably since Gus was, Bo Nix.
Yeah, Gus brought in Bo as a freshman.
Yeah. And I mean, that was probably since then I haven't been high, but this is crazy. We are expected to do some good things this year, and I'm excited.
All right. Well, that's all your conferences plus
Yeah.
plus our two homer teams, Auburn and Alabama. So we can move on. Do you want to give Heisman predictions?
Arch.
Wow.
I'm straight up.
Marcus is on the Texas train. I like it.
Yeah. I expect them to beat Ohio State, actually.
Interesting.
I wouldn't bet on it, but because it's going to be a good game. But if that's a blowout, I will be so surprised.
yeah, either way.
Either way.
Either way.
team
Yeah.
wins by 2
It's
scores.
like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
What is the line like? 2?
I think it was
2.5.
1.5
last I
last
saw.
I saw, yeah.
It's literally a coin flip.
So Arch,
I have
Cole.
Arch too.
Braylon, go ahead. Come back to me.
I'm gonna go with Drew Aller. He's like
Wow.
plus
Really?
2,000. If his wide receiver room is better than last year, he's got a good chance. Plus, there's a chance that they end up winning the Big Ten.
There is.
And I just think I want to take him just because he's kind of further down. Like plus, I think Arch was like plus 500. He's one of the favorites. Drew's kind of further down, plus 2,000. And it's really pretty open. I don't really feel like there's anybody that you can say right now like they're gonna be at the ceremony.
I agree with you. The thing about Penn State and Drew Aller is I think Singleton's back. They're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
50
that's
times
true.
a game.
It's going to take
I don't
it
know
out of
that
his
Drew
hands.
Aller at the end of the year is going to have those numbers, but it's not like a video game. They don't strictly go off numbers. If Penn State's undefeated at the end of the year and Drew Aller's played really good football, he'll be, at least invited.
Yeah, if they're undefeated, he'll be there. Even if it doesn't really matter what Singleton does. I know what you're saying, like stats wise,
Yeah.
it might keep him from getting the award.
Yeah.
But the best team in the country, their quarterback is going to be there.
That's fair. I agree with you. Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
So
Ty Simpson.
I really have two, because one is pending a quarterback, but I think Cade Klubnik will be there. Like we talked about earlier, like their schedule is pretty favorable, but they still have like those Heisman moment type games, like against South Carolina late in the year. Could if he
That's fair.
balls out,
I like that.
he could seal it up there. But then the other one is Jeremiah Smith, pending a quarterback. Dude is a freak. It's really hard for me. Like, people are gonna hate. I think I hate Alabama, but like him and Ryan Williams are put in the same conversation, and Jeremiah Smith proved so much more than Ryan Williams throughout the year that I don't really think they're on the same level. I think Jeremiah Smith is like all by himself there. So I think if he goes off against the Big Ten defenses, which could very much happen because he did it last year. But like he already has the hype to where if he has a couple big games early on, especially against Texas, it kind of throws him up there at the top of the list.
Yeah. Kind of gives you a head
hurry.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could not have been a respectable podcast if we wouldn't have mentioned Jeremiah Smith. Thank
true.
you, Cole.
Yeah.
Good call.
Thank you.
Cade Klubnik was going to be my pick.
Yeah.
I just, it's the same situation. Clemson and Penn State are in the same boat. You get to the end of the year and you're 12-0 or 11-1, and you're in the playoffs. Your quarterback's getting the spotlight.
Yeah.
So, I think Clemson's going to be there. So,
And it's
Klubnik.
two guys you don't really have question marks about.
That's true.
Like, we pretty much know what those two guys are.
Yeah,
like they're going to be a little bit above average quarterbacks,
Mhm.
and if a couple games fall their way, like they're going to be there.
Man, the star power in that first game with Arch and Jeremiah Smith, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs, yeah.
Wow, forgot about him.
Yeah.
He came
Forgot
back.
he was still there.
He came back, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's going to be a wild game.
Dude, that's at 11 o'clock kickoff. 11
Big man,
a.m.
baby.
11 a.m.
All right. So, do we want to
Brett,
tell
did
him?
you give one?
Yeah, I said I
he-
had Arch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, my second one was Jeremiah Smith, but
Okay.
it's I had Arch at one.
I think it's a good year to take a wide receiver. Like,
Really?
I do think Jeremiah Smith, and I know you said he's not. I think Ryan Williams is in that combo. with
Sure,
Jeremiah
I
Smith.
think
I do
Ryan
too.
Williams could have a good year and be there too. Yeah, for sure.
I would say they're 1A, 1B. I'd put Jeremiah Smith just a touch over Ryan Williams, but it isn't that gap is not as big as the way you just made it
I
sound.
just think Jeremiah Smith can do more because of his body. I think he can block,
Yeah.
better. He can just
Got a
do
more-
things. But
More physical.
you
body.
talk about explosiveness and playmaking, Ryan Williams is probably
there.
the craziest thing we've seen in a long time.
I respect Cole for trying to be humble though.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want people to think I hate Alabama, but I like to keep it real. I don't want to be like a huge homer.
And that's why Cole's on the pod.
That's right.
I'll keep it real. I don't, I'll be honest.
All right. So, do we want to tell the people what we've come up with our picks, our parlay picks?
Let's do it.
Okay. So what we've started doing every week, each one of us picks one game, and we put points on it. And if all of our games hit, we get our points. So,
Yeah.
who are we putting points on this week, boys? Marcus, who's your one game that you're picking to go on the parlay list?
Give me them War Eagle Tigers to cover 2.5
On the road at Waco.
on the road, but I believe Brother Hugh gets it done.
Okie dokie.
We just got to win by a field goal.
Just a field goal.
I have a good feeling that I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say that,
No, I know, and
but my feeling, I don't want to say it out loud, but I have a good feeling that
Sure.
I'm on your side.
I do
Can
too, man.
Can I say it?
Sure.
So, I mean, I just think that there's a big talent gap, personally. Like, if you look at, 247's college talent or, team talent ranking, like, Auburn's 12th and Baylor's like 35. So I think just based on that, which, that doesn't mean it's not like looking at the Bible or anything. It's not telling you really anything, but it's something to kind of judge, like, just based off the tier of recruits that you've been getting over the past couple years. Like, the talent, there's a talent gap there. Now, Baylor does bring a lot of experience back, and they're playing at home, so that does add like a different, I guess, like variation to like the variables or whatever. But I just think that there's too many big dudes for Auburn that can like kind of push them around. Like you said, the O line is like definitely one of the better rooms, and games like this are one in the trenches, in my opinion.
Baylor is down a running back, right?
Yes.
That's
Two
correct.
running backs. Two of their four are not
Two of
playing.
their
pretty sure they've come out and said that one of their DBs is not going to be able to go either.
Their best defender.
Yes.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah. So
good luck with your second best defender guard in Cam Coleman and Eric Singer.
all right, I won't stop talking about it. I got Auburn by 2.5.
All right, Cole, who's your pick?
So my pick, we talked about them earlier, is Nebraska. I think that they come out. Let me see. I think this is a neutral site game. Yep, it's at Arrowhead Stadium against Cincinnati. I got a -6.5. I just think that they come out, kind of send a message early. Matt Rule is like he's an offensive guy, of course. Coached in the NFL, had some success at Baylor. But I just think that they come out and send a message pretty early and run away with it in the second half, at least by more than a touchdown.
I love the pick.
I did not know they were playing that in Arrowhead, though.
I didn't
know.
either. I thought it was at Cincinnati.
I mean,
Oh boy,
right after Travis Kelce gets engaged, his college is playing.
it's not even that. It's old Roliola in Arrowhead.
Of course,
Oh,
of course,
oh,
Manny
wow.
Mahomes.
I didn't even think about that.
Manny Mahomes.
Yeah,
playing in Arrowhead.
he might win the Heisman.
He's about to go crazy in Arrowhead.
Oh my gosh! That
Imagine
is-
Mahomes came out and played for him, and we didn't
nobody
even
would know.
It would take a while before we noticed. Probably halftime. But they wouldn't interview him at
Yeah,
halftime.
no.
And he
probably
sounded like
the-
Kermit the Frog.
The first no look pass, well, that looks sketchy.
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
Passes it behind the back. It's like that's not right.
Yeah.
All right, Braylon. So give the disclaimer on your pick because we can't technically use your first pick, but
Yeah.
let the people know who you were really going out on a limb on.
I really want South Dakota plus 15. I mean, they're playing Iowa State. I knew that I was playing South Dakota next week. South Dakota is a very good FCS team. A lot of the times those teams get overlooked a little bit. And Iowa State, it's just the spot to where they went to Ireland. Have you ever looked on a map where Ireland is?
long way away.
If you type it in, you have to spin the globe to see it. Like,
4,000 miles away.
it's almost as far away as you could get. College kids were there Saturday playing, and now they had to fly. I mean, it has to take a week flight to get back because it's that far away.
They got to land and refuel twice.
Yeah, I really don't even know how they got over the ocean. But
Yeah, I thought they still use boats for that.
boats to refill it?
No, to get over the ocean.
Oh, then they may not make it by kickoff.
I think they just made it back today.
But then you got, I mean, that's one of their biggest rivals, and then they have Iowa next week. It just feels like a spot to where you might be not, you may not want to show anything to South Dakota. You may just want to get out of there with a win and just get out of there, get to Iowa.
Yeah.
It's picks like these where you go, that guy knows ball. And we're all pulling for you.
But I had to take UNLV, Sam Houston State under, and I'm not happy about it.
Under 62 and a half, by the way.
Took the under.
2.5.
I love it.
Well, I was going to be high. Like, if we'd done this podcast last week, they would have been my group of 5 team. I'm like, Dan Mullen, they've got 2 Power 4 quarterbacks coming in there fighting for a job, and they looked horrible last week. So I'm glad we didn't do it last week because I would look really dumb over the weekend.
Here's the one thing I'll say. As bad as Iowa State and who'd they play?
State.
Kansas State. As bad as they looked, that game was so slow and terrible. The over-under in that game, they still was right there at the number.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how does Vegas know that they were going to sit there and score 7 points in the first half? It's just crazy that they were still right on the number.
It's rigged.
And it came down to like less than an inch.
Yeah.
I mean the guy
Arguably a bad spot.
the referee looking at it right there thought it was a touchdown, and he was wrong.
Yeah.
But like that's how close it came, and it's like how
That's crazy, man.
do they know?
Yeah.
Because the first half was hard to watch, honestly. Dolphins got going in the second half, but still, it's like how, that number was right on. But, hey, I'm with you, Braylon. Let's hit the under.
No points.
No points.
No point.
All right, Brett, who's your pick?
So I took Georgia Tech minus 4.5 over Colorado. I just feel like Colorado lost a lot. They also do not have their head coach on the sideline right now. And I don't know. I mean,
He's done, right?
I don't know about that.
I thought he was done.
he
don't
just
know.
said he
I
was
think
stepping away, and they have an interim head coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was under the impression he was stepping away for good.
I mean, I saw a clip the other day of him coaching. Like,
Yeah. On, like
Practice.
with the team.
Yeah.
I got you.
The last I saw was he was going to be there, so I didn't even know that he wasn't going to
yeah,
be coaching.
I don't.
Last I'd heard, he wasn't going to be there. That could have definitely changed. I could have missed it.
Yeah,
It was a couple weeks ago when I saw that.
I know. It feel like it's changing back and forth. They also have a new quarterback.
Yeah, you're trying to replace Shador
Who
and
got his jersey
Shallow.
retired? I mean, you
and
don't just
2
replace.
legends. 2
And,
Colorado legends.
You don't just replace guys
Who
like
is their
that.
quarterback? Because it's not the Juju
Salt-
kid.
It's Caden
That's right.
Salter.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
From Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where's his helmet weird?
We were kind of after that guy for a
Yeah,
little bit.
A little
Sure
bit.
was.
Yeah, but Georgia Tech has Haynes King.
Sure. No, Georgia Tech's expected to do very well in the ACC this year.
Yeah.
They are.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
And I have a good feeling the old Whites are going to have a good time with Dion this year. Like, water finds its level. You know, what Dion did at Colorado the last 2 years, I guess, was pretty crazy. So now, I mean, they were close to playoff talk at the end of the year last year. So this year, the old Whites are going to just be like prime Dwayne and LeBron. Y'all just go ahead and get ready for it. They're going to be throwing him off the glass and knocking him down.
I mean, just kick him while he's down.
yeah. He's got 8 toes.
Unreal.
And they're going to have a field day with him.
And he's not even going to be on the sideline, so it's not even
They-
his fault. That's what's crazy.
They will not know.
I know. No, you're right about that. Oh, man. I wasn't ready for old Whites.
All right. So the last leg of this parlay, I got Temple
Alleged.
minus
parlay.
one. Yeah, alleged parlay
Point system.
points. I got Temple minus 1.5 over UMass. UMass just might be one of the worst football teams ever. They always
Didn't
have
they
been.
almost beat us last
Dude,
year?
I'm
No,
telling you,
that
UMass,
you've got the wrong team, guys.
I
UMass
think
is
you might-
awful.
Who was it that almost beat us last year? Because I remember sitting there thinking, I didn't know we invited the 70th ranked team to come
No,
play.
dude, when you sent that today for the point system, I thought UMass is actually a pretty good football team. Like, I thought they had bounced, like, they had started building something.
See, I thought that I was on the same boat. I thought that they were one of the worst teams in college football.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you're on.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it was like them and Akron. Always near the bottom.
In Kent State.
Yeah.
Which, not trying to persuade you either way.
Well, it's too late now.
Well, yeah, we've already put
We've
it.
already placed our points.
Who did we play last year where I was like, why did we schedule the
Probably Jack State.
70th ranked team? Like, if you're going to play a cupcake, you got to get in the
A
triple digits.
cupcake.
We need to just be able to blow their doors off.
Okay, so I will say this. In every category that is showing right now, they are 114th, 111th, and 125th.
Good pick,
I
Mason.
love the pick.
Good pick.
All right. Well, that is the 5. So we got Temple minus 1.5, Nebraska minus 6.5, UNLV, Sam Houston State under 62.5, Auburn minus 2.5, and Georgia Tech minus 4.5.
Take it to the bank.
Actually, don't. This is not.
Not gambling advice.
If you have a gambling problem, get help, bro.
1-800
1-800
Gambler.
Gambler. It was UMass who paid.
I do.
You gotta. You have to sneak that in there for legal purposes.
Yeah.
All right, good.
All right. So one segment that we did want to roll over from our previous podcast was the overtime segment, where we kind of get away from sports and we just ask each other kind of off the wall random questions, or you can bring a trivia question to the table, whatever you want to do. So does anybody have anything that would fit in that segment right now?
I mean, I do have a trivia question.
Okay.
I always have one of those ready to go.
I love it.
There's only one Power 4 team that's never won 10 games in a season. Who is it? There was 3 before last year.
So Indiana was one of them.
Indiana and I think Arizona State was the other one.
Really?
So there's
I
only
think so.
one
There's
Power 4
one
team.
Power 4 team that's never won 10 games. They've also never been ranked in the top 25 preseason,
Preseason?
which makes sense if you've never won 10 games.
Yeah, that's true.
Iowa.
No, I was there.
Relatively close to us,
Mm.
like in the same conference as us.
Is it Vanderbilt?
It's Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Well, that don't change this year. I think Vandy is.
no.
I think Vandy is in for a reality
got
check.
to our national championship.
Yeah, Diego Pavia's subtweeting us like right now.
I
We
don't
haven't
care.
even dropped the pod.
He said, "Who's the Power 5?"
No, he really said, "Who's Josh Payton?" That just pissed me off.
Yeah, I mean,
Come
come on, man.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who's Diego Pavia?
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, that little SEC thing that was on Netflix made me hate him so much. Like, I get that you're a dog. Nobody's saying you're not, but you're still at Vanderbilt. Saying your national championship built right now is just crazy talk, and I'm not here for it.
Which maybe you have to be crazy to be the quarterback at Vanderbilt and think you have a chance.
Well,
No, you're right about
Like,
that.
you for sure have to be
he
crazy.
checks
to
all
think
those
that.
boxes. I'll give him that.
I mean, he said that if you named a starter on our team, I would tell you they're the best player, in that, their O line's the best O line in the country. Their receiver room's the best receiver room in the country. I was like,
It's
what
not.
is this dude talking about?
He's talking crazy.
It's delusion.
I'm just not
I
here
mean,
for it.
At first, it's like, okay, this guy's got swagger. He's got confidence. And then it turns into, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
This guy's
He's in over
unbearable.
his head.
Yeah.
He's
He's about
unbearable.
to get his absolute head knocked off.
He was cool until he started talking a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Until that documentary.
Yeah.
He's going to find out, man.
I think Vandy's in for a reality check because they snuck up on a lot of teams just last year. They're not sneaking up on nobody this year.
No.
Like that always happens. Like you better get them while you can because once you get on the radar, people lock into you. Good luck.
Texas already got their red dot on him.
They don't have a target on their back. They got a red dot on everybody else.
That was sick, though.
That was hard. Not gonna lie.
You think Peyton told him that?
No chance. No. That was way cooler than anything Peyton's ever said. I heard him say, or another overtime question. He said if dead or alive, if he could have one person on the sidelines for his game, who would it be? Who do y'all think he said? Arch.
Arch said this.
I just saw it on TikTok like right before I headed over here.
Like on the team? Or like there for
just
moral
there to
support?
moral support.
This is gonna be something crazy.
Big justice. Everybody that's ever existed, he wants big justice, just to bring the booms to him.
Give that
Psycho.
3 big booms.
Yeah.
Psycho mentality. All right. Anybody else have an overtime segment question?
I vetoed my real one.
No. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We did that for legal reasons.
Let me go ahead and tell y'all it's a good thing.
It's one of those.
Send me a
one of those
DM if
questions
you
you're
want
gonna-
the
There's a
overtime.
paywall in front of one of those questions.
Yeah.
That one's never leaving the group
We'd have been
chat.
canceled before we ever got started.
I'm telling y'all, that's the way to success.
All right. So I got a random one. I just want to know how often do you guys wash your vehicle?
Yo.
Oh boy.
It's been. I don't know that I've done it this year.
I know I haven't.
I haven't either, by the way.
My truck I work out of my truck though, so it gets pretty dirty. So I wash mine probably every 3 months.
I'm about that too.
If I
Somewhere
go to
in
the dump and it's
Yeah.
last time I watched it, I had to go to the dump and it was disgusting. I had a Mexican like try to kill me with his truck, tried to run me over, and just slung mud all up on the side.
Mason probably knows him.
Probably work with the guy.
I'm looking for him.
The one thing I always do it if I'm going on a trip. I do that, like
Cool.
a couple of days before. Nice little interior clean out. I don't really care about the.
Got to flex on the haters for sure. I think my truck is so weird. So I drive a single cab Chevy 1500 2006. And,
Flexing on the haters. Speaking of,
You know, I think it's one of those things. It gets cleaner the dirtier it gets. That white shines. I mean, it's still shining to this day. I couldn't even tell you last time I washed it.
I'm the same way. I don't know the last time I washed mine. My thing is like where I work is dusty all the time. So if I washed it today, when I left work tomorrow, you wouldn't know I washed it today.
Yeah.
So like, I was just curious because I noticed today that like mine is super super dirty, and I was like, I need to wash it, but probably not going to.
When you do wash it, is it car wash or you manually wash it?
No, it's car wash,
Okay.
and it's missing a bunch of spots, which also I hate. So like,
Yeah.
I'd rather it all be dirty than just have like one dirty spot. I'd
Yeah.
way rather that. So
Because that looks like you tried and failed.
right, exactly. And
You'd rather
we
just look
can't
like
have
you didn't
that.
try at all.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, if nobody has anything else that y'all want to talk about, I mean, we're a little over time. We're an hour and 15 minutes in. So
Do y'all want to run through the playoff real quick?
MLB, or you mean
College
football?
Just
Just
y'all
like
have anybody that hasn't been talked about that might be in there?
Yeah, we can do that. So who is y'all's group of 5 team? I've got Tulane. I think Tulane's got the good quarterback transfer from BYU, and really that's all you need when you're beating up on teams that they're going to be beating up on.
Another counterpoint. They just got him like a month and a half ago. If you were still looking for a quarterback that deep into the year, I feel like you're in bad trouble.
That's true. But you got him as long as he stays healthy, you might be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your point, if he does get hurt, then you're going to somebody that you didn't trust a month ago. So that's a good point.
I'm going to trust my gut and go Boise.
Ooh.
I haven't done any research. So, take that,
I just think Boise was so dependent on Ashton Genty last year, and he ain't here.
yeah.
I that's why I didn't overlook Boise, but that's why I kind of was like, I can't pick them.
Yeah,
again.
but sometimes when you're so dependent on one person, it kind of takes you away from what else you can do. And so with them being gone, they may open it up a little bit more.
That's true.
Yeah,
But I mean,
pretty
Boise as a group of 5, they're probably always going to be
In the conversation.
at the top there.
We'll know pretty early. They play South Florida on 4:30 at on Thursday, and like Nick Saban said, they have a very exquisite blitz package. So be ready.
You got it. That's tomorrow at 4:30.
That's correct.
We got football tomorrow.
Jeez.
Bricks are up.
There you go. I really don't care about Group of 5. I kind of wish they just did their own playoff.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
They should.
Like I do agree they should. Everyone in the country should have a chance to win the title, which is why the Group of 5 spot works. But there's just nobody recently that's really had a chance.
Yeah.
Like talent wise, there's just such a big drop off, especially with the transfer portal and NIL. Like those teams can't really hide anymore. Like
Yeah.
if you have a good
Yeah.
couple good players on a Group of 5 team, they're gone the
1
next
year. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why I kind of think they should just. I picked South Florida just because I feel like they're always decent. I don't even know if they're Group of 5. They might be
They
in
are.
ACC, and I just don't know it.
No, they're American.
They have a good quarterback though.
Yeah, Byron Brown, he carried me pretty far in fantasy 2 years ago, and he was hurt all last year. So that was literally exactly my thought process. South Florida, good quarterback, put him down.
Exquisite blitz package.
Exquisite.
Don't forget about it.
What's the second letter in exquisite? Is it an X?
X.
And then followed by a Q. And then a
Shut
U.
up. EX.
I mean, what a run. That
What
word
an
is on.
exquisite word though.
That is.
That's crazy.
But yet
feel
we
it
have-
slipping away.
Marcus feels the train falling off the track.
Oh yeah.
That's
a good word.
Let it go.
It is a good word. All right. Anybody else in the 12 that we haven't talked about? I have Arizona State slipping in there, which I know we mentioned them, but I have 2 Big 12 teams getting in, Texas Tech and Arizona State.
Notre Dame, they're going to be in there.
Oh yeah, we
Ooh,
haven't
I
talked
do
about
not have Notre Dame in here.
Notre Dame. The only thing about Notre Dame is their schedule is pretty tough.
They do
Yeah.
have a tough schedule.
Is it though?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's like actually.
They open with Miami.
Who? How good is Miami?
Well,
They play. Who's the SEC team they play?
A&M. How good is
A&M.
A&M?
Mm,
A&M's going to be pretty good.
And then who else do they play?
we didn't even talk about A&M.
We
Yeah,
did.
we don't need to. They'll be 8-4.
You're
Breaking
probably
news.
right. Jimbo's gone. 8-4 Jimbo's gone. So
Yeah, but I don't know if Elko's any better.
Where'd they go last year?
A&M lost to us.
they were number 15 when they lost to us, though. I mean, they're in the playoffs if they beat us. I'm just telling you that.
Jabba.
I think they might have been 8-4 last year.
They might have been.
Notre Dame's 2 hardest games are their first 2 games in Miami and Texas A&M,
That's it.
and then they play Boise State, and that's the other hardest.
I thought they had.
Don't they
a-
play-
They do play USC.
I was going to say
USC,
SC's their rival.
How good is USC though?
I think
Yeah,
they're
right.
supposed to be on
Notre
the
Dame's
come up
minus 10.5 right now against USC.
now.
They're minus 16 against Boise. They're minus 6.5 against Texas A&M and minus 2.5 against Miami. That's a team that is going to be favored in every single game they play.
USC had that kid come back for quarterback. What's his name? He played well against LSU last year early. I can't remember his name,
I remember who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name either.
Number 7.
but he came back.
I think
I think so.
Okay. I mean USC might be okay. I don't know.
But then Georgia got Zachariah Branch, who is their best like offensive weapon. Like I just don't trust USC at all.
And that's fair. I don't either, for the record.
You would think that they would excel in this NIL.
Is Lincoln
should.
Riley still there?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
For now, he may not be after the Notre Dame game.
that's fair.
Yeah.
This says USC's quarterback is Jaden Maeva.
Nope, that's not the same guy.
Who else?
I've heard of that guy though.
I have too. Yeah. I wonder where that kid went.
I know, because I remember him being pretty good.
I think he was a freshman or a sophomore.
UNLV.
Oh, there you go. And he didn't win the job. I don't think that kid won the
I
job.
think the kid that won the job was from Virginia, maybe.
Yeah.
Costanza or something.
Yeah, that under's definitely
And
hitting.
then Alex Orgy's the backup
Yeah,
from Michigan.
No, yeah.
100%.
So there's no way that those 3 guys. The USC quarterback went to UNLV. The Michigan guy and the Virginia guy. That is wild.
I'm pretty sure he was from Virginia. Let me see.
The name's just making me mad that I can't think of it.
I know.
It's a very common last name. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I mean USC
Yeah.
should.
Colin Calandria
Yeah, that's not who I'm talking
from
about.
Virginia.
No, Marcus
Sorry.
is still trying to figure out the USC quarterback from last year.
Yeah.
I think
who
Brett's
beat
working on it.
LSU.
Brett's
I just
working on it.
remember them like interviewing the kid after, and I was like, okay, this kid might be good.
Miller Moss.
Yep, that's
Yep,
it, Moss.
yeah.
He's at UNLV.
No, I don't know where he is.
That's what Brett. I think
He
that's.
went
No, the other guy came from UNLV.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh,
Miller Moss went
Ball knowledge.
somewhere weird.
I've got it unless you want to.
Louisville.
Okay.
Go
That's
ahead.
weird.
Oh, I don't know. If you were-
Louisville.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if you were.
Yeah, it
trying
was
to find
Louisville.
I would have never have guessed Louisville
Me
either.
either.
But anyways, I was about to just coach speak USC up. They should be a lot better than they are.
They're doing pretty good recruiting.
I mean,
If that's worth anything.
we'll see.
We're
It
about to
depends
find
if
out.
Riley sticks around long enough. Them going to the Big Ten is what probably hurt their
yeah, because he
momentum.
went to USC to run from
True.
the
competition,
SEC.
basically.
Yeah, because he knew Oklahoma was coming to the SEC.
Yeah.
And he went to SC, and then they joined the Big Ten. And he's got to be like, oh, come on, man.
Yep.
All right. Is there anybody else?
That's all I got.
I'm good.
No more sleepers?
No.
All right. Then I guess that is going to wrap up the first episode of hopefully many of the Power 5 Sports Show. Hope you guys will come back next week, and we'll find out where we was wrong.